Welcome back. Animal con disfraz. Animales disfrazados from Chancho en Piedra. Chilean band. I would say my second favorite song from them. Definitely on the top tier for me. Give me a little time here. I want to set up game music and yeah, that works. I guess I can tweet about this. Hello, Goofy. How's it going? Give me just a second here. Alright. How's the volume on the music? Is it too much? Is that better? Stress as hell. Yeah, I can see that. All right, plan. So, let's see. So, a little bit about what I'm going to do here. Let's get rid of that. So, I'm gonna show my plans. This is not actually my current plans because I haven't taken pictures in a while, but we'll show like a lot of pictures from the past, mostly. There's some that are like somewhat close to today, maybe a little bit, but not as much. And there's also some photos that are like not really from my plans, but like reference photos that I taken from internet just to identify my plans. Okay, like 4 group works. In 2 weeks left. Oh, I see. Yeah, sounds like work. So let's see. What's this here? Okay, I'm probably gonna change the size of this a little bit. So hang with me a little bit. Like I don't need any of that. Oh, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. I'll probably cut a bit there. What if I like zoom in? There I can see the limits, more or less. I guess it doesn't matter. One second. Okay, do it around there. Cool. Castlevania, yes. Dance of Pails. Alright, so this is reference. So we're gonna start with Ionium. So Ionium is a genus. I think that's how you say it. Give me a second. I want to be sure about it. Because the other day I was saying genre. Genus. Okay. Yeah, so you know, in Spanish you use género for 3 different concepts. For genus, for genre, and for clothing. And it's all the same word. So it confuses me a lot. But yeah, genus of plants. Okay, so the genus here is Ionium, and this one is Isun. I don't remember if I have one, so this is for reference. Yeah, I don't have any of those. This one's also for reference. So more Ioniums, you can see some similar things. And this one is one that I have, although this one is not mine. Okay, so this one is just outside of my house. It's kind of like it's in like public territory if you want, but usually there is like another neighbor that takes care of it. Although we give water at least to them. And yeah, this is like how Ioniums look when, you know, when they bloom. Yo, Palta, how's it going? Yeah, so there's several plants here actually. The Ionium is the one here in the middle. This one is the Ionium. Okay? So here you can have, it's kind of like an alcachofa. Let me see. Here's when you notice that I don't have a lot of vocabulary. Because I need to translate every like fruit. Artichoke. Yeah, it kind of looks like an artichoke. And then when it blooms, this is the flower right here. It's lots of flowers all together. This is Arboreum. Ionium, Arboreum. I have those. This is reference right here. Just reference picture. So I have one pretty big. I haven't taken pictures of those. I'm probably gonna do that maybe for the next time. Because I need to take pictures that are up to date. This is also reference. Aerium. It's called this one. Really weird. This one. Seems exotic, yeah. This is Balsamiferum. So it's similar to the Arboreum, but it's much smaller. Like the clumps are a lot smaller. And I had this, so this is mine from long ago. I tried to make this one grow, but it didn't quite work. It ended up drying. But you see it's much smaller than the Arboreum. Then there's this one. This is for reference. Canariense. Oh, I guess from Canarias or something like that. Canarias Islands, I'm guessing. Decorum, reference to. I don't have any of these. Haworti, another reference. And this one, this is the last reference, which is Lubiforme. I don't even know what this is. Like, just look at this chungus. So weird. I love whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, I don't actually know how big this is. It might be not that big. It might be like this actually, I think. It's just that it's very close. Looks like a cake, yeah. Like all the leaves are super tight. So yeah, I have two Ioniums. So one is the Arboreum that I don't have a picture of, and another one is one very close to the Arboreum, but it's purple actually. It has some like a lot of purple colors, different shades of purple. But I don't have pictures of those, sadly. So let's go for the next one. The next genus. Hopefully, let's get recognized. Let's see. Please. There you go. No, it's not that one. Okay, we're gonna get in trouble. I guess we're in trouble. No. I knew it would be as hard as this. Fuck. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna change to Windows 7. I'm gonna do exactly what I did last time. And then change back to automatic. And then close and open the thing. Did that do it? No. Window IRL or Window PC? No, like Window PC. Windows Photo Viewer thingy. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's... I know that's not what I want. I know. But I'm thinking maybe if I do it this way. Please. Let's see. Let me change the scene maybe. And opening it again. Oh fuck. Why didn't make it work last time? My life sucks. Mega Man 7, yes. It's great. Why did we do it last time? So fucking young. It's so young. I think I fucked it up when I closed the window. I should have just opened another one and maybe would recognize it. This is the best Willy team, absolutely. It absolutely is. Super agree with that. Fucking hell, dude. Hang on. I closed the folder. Worst case scenario, I can go to window capture. I mean to screen capture. I have a setup for that, but it's a little bit janky. I just wanted to avoid it at all costs. But I guess I gotta do it. Okay, so this window capture only captures one part of the screen. And I think here you can see only the plant. And it doesn't cut my camera, right? Let me know if that is a thing or not. Okay, so it works as long as I have this thing right here. It does it? Okay. Wait, it does cut the camera? Or not? It doesn't cut it? Okay, good. Alright, so... yeah, this is an agave. This plant is very known on Chile, on Atacama Desert, as you're saying, and on Mexico. This is actually endemic from America, like the whole continent, the whole American continent. It goes all the way, unlike Ionium, which is from somewhere else. Okay, so yeah, I grew up in Canada, exactly, because it's from the whole American continent. So this is an agave. This is the most common agave. It's called agave americana, of course, and it's extremely common. And this is one agave that I have. So this is reference, okay? This is mine. This was mine long time ago. I took this from Kalan. You know, there's like a little mountain. It's not really a mountain, it's like a hill on Las Condes that it has an observatory here in Santiago. And there's a lot of agaves, and I just took one from there. Hang on. Okay. Just making sure. And I grew it up since it was like this size, more or less. But I never took pictures from this size. Here's more pictures. That's a color. Yeah, like this color is so particular. There's more pictures of my agave. Let's closer. And then look at that. It had a little child on like a corner. Because that's what they do. They like actually, I think most plants do this, where the roots, you know, they go underground and just get like a little copy of themselves, like a genetic copy. And this is like the child that I transferred to another pot, but it didn't quite make it. It couldn't be separated, and this is when I transfer it. Which later on, because this was years ago, I learned that you should never transfer plants like this. So I made the mistake so you don't have to. You should always you should never expose the roots as much as I'm doing right here. Like, you should always just leave it with a big portion of their, like, the dirt they're used to. I exposed the roots way too much. But at least here you can see, like, that is the small one that was there. And there was more incoming. Yeah, I just didn't know at the moment. And so later I transferred it, but it kind of started to get sad, yeah. And it eventually dried up. So yeah, I haven't, like, I struggle with agaves a lot. Like, even from when I was very young, I tried to have agaves, but it's kind of hard. They can be very delicate on transfers. Today, I think I have more experience with transfers. So then you have this is like a sub species. So you have genus, and then every genus has a lot of species, but also some species have subspecies. Okay, this is a subspecies of the Americana, which is called marginata, because it's basically the same species, but it has this yellow thing, these yellow lines on the leaves. And I have a small one too, for a little bit. So this is reference, and this is one that I had. Close up. It lasted some bit, but it also ended up dying. Again, they're tricky. It's tricky, like, it's tricky to make them grow if they're too small. And if they get to the size of the other one, they're stable, but it's hard to transfer them to a new place. Yeah. So here's these are different species. So here there's gonna be a lot of references because I don't think I have more agaves myself. So just reference pictures. Bovicornuta, it's called, this one. This one is Gigantensis. It's close to the Americana, but it has wider leaves. And it's probably bigger, because it's called Gigantensis. It was Parasana. This one is much wider leaves, but probably smaller. What else do we have? Is that it, what we have? Yeah, that's what we have. So I wanna show a picture of them, of bloom. Hang on. I can probably get one on online. That's very important. One of the things I like the most about agaves is how they bloom. So you see, this and Ioniums too are plants that are called monocarpic. Okay? So monocarpic means it blooms one time in their lives and then they die. Versus polycarpic, that is blooms several times. So these things, they live like 30 to 40 years, or sometimes 15. It's variable, but they live all these years, and then they finally bloom. And this is how they bloom. They fucking grow a trunk with like branches and flowers at the end. That it looks kind of like this. They wait the entire life to do this, and then they die. They dry. You know, like naturally dry, because they use all their energy on this process. So it's very common. You see, this is very common that you see. It's kind of losing energy. Oh, hang on. You cannot completely see it. No. Come on. No, dude. Just show me a picture. Doesn't want. Okay. Here maybe? No. Fuck it. Let's just do this. What's the one I was showing? This one. Okay. So this is very common. Right here. Like a little bit after they bloom, you would observe them like kind of decaying. And then eventually drying. And this is like, actually, this is wood. Like it is really like a trunk. Like a firm, a stable trunk. And that is strong and that you can use as wood. And another thing that actually a species I forgot is like relatively important is Agave tequilana. This one. Tequila is made out of this. If you know tequila, the beverage is made out of this. From Agave tequilana. You see like entire plantations of this. Like that. To harvest them for alcohol and such. Alright, next genus. This is a very weird genus from South Africa. I don't have any, and I've never seen one in my life. So all of these are references. Let's see. There are maybe a little possibility that we get it. No, not really. Okay, that's fine. Zoo capture. So this one's called Alaudia. Super weird plant. This one's called Ascendance. This Alaudia is called Comosa. And it's like a lot of like small leaves with a lot of spikes. This is Umberti. And Montagnasi. Are those stems? Kinda. Like this is like almost wood. And then Montagnasi, another Montagnasi. It's not really a tree, it's more, I mean, I don't know if it grows as much as a tree. It's, how do you call an arbusto? a bush. I guess it more or less of a bush side, I would say. Like a shrub. Yeah, like some of them are bigger. Like this one's probably bigger. But I actually don't know. I've never seen one live, you know? I also don't have like a person as a reference. This one almost looks like a tree. It's Procera. Alauria Procera. Yeah, it's such weird design. I love it. So I have a lot of these like only reference pictures of some genus that are interesting and that I found way back when I was looking for strange succulents. Because these are succulents, by the way. Like inside of this very like dry looking thing, they're like full of water. That's the only reason why I have it on the same, you know, on the same folder. That last one? Wait, what? Also, leaves are like vines? Kinda. They grow... Not really vines, but they grow closer to spikes, which is something very common on a lot of plants. So they follow the trail of the spikes, I would say. One second. Okay, so next one is more known. Next one is aloe. Very known genus. Not genre. Everybody knows aloes. But people only know aloe vera. Right? But guess what? Aloe is the genus. Vera is the species. But there is a lot more aloes out there. So this is very common. This one, at least in Chile, super common. Arborescens. This one grows a lot, super big. It's kind of like a tree, like an arbor, and that's probably why it's arborescens. And this one is, I think this one is verifolia though. I got this like bad identified probably, but never mind about that. This one's arborescens, so this one's mine. A small one I got from a cousin, and this one grew up into this. So this is mine. That is my shadow. So that is like, you can kind of tell how big it is. You could like hug it like this, more or less. They can grow a lot more, like crazy. There is, and it bloomed a little bit. I actually, yeah, I don't have pictures of it blooming. Maybe later. But the bloom is, you can see it here. Is these things. Those are the flowers. Yeah, arborescens, these species grow a lot. And they grow like that. They grow like on a sphere form. If they can. Like, if they have a space, they're gonna grow this way. You know? If they don't have space, they're gonna start growing a different way, you know? But if you let them grow, they are gonna grow as much as this. Or, I mean, much more. Then we have Aristata. This is reference. And this is mine. So this is a very small aloe that grows in clumps. Like in small clumps. Kind of the size of my hand, more or less. As much as that. This one's smaller. This one's like this. But then starts growing like this. And then start having children all over the place. And it's actually kind of close to a Haworthia, which is another genus. There might be some like interlapping between those two, as it is usually with plants. Genus are just really like definitions of botanic. They're not really written in stone. The grass bushes, yeah. This is from aerial view. And this is like much later. So you see this little fella grew into like kind of this. And now today it's full of children. Like it barely fits on this spot actually today. I might need to change it at some point. But it's always scary to change plants. Like you never know what can happen. Then this is Barbadensis. It's called. This is reference. This one I think is pretty close to how Beta looks, but the flower is different. But Aloe Vera looks similar to this. And there's gonna be a lot of references here. So Aloe is a genus that is very prominent in Africa in general. I think it comes from South Africa maybe. And there is a lot of species that are very different. This one is a tree. This is an aloe tree. Yes. It's a very broad genus. It's amazing. It's like the same as the other, but it has a fucking tree structure. And then at the end, you see the aloe structure. So weird. This is Aloe barbaria. And then this is Brevifolia. This is also semi-known. I have this. I have many of these actually. So this is one that I tried to grow, but this one ended up dying. And I actually don't have more photos. That's kind of weird. I thought I had more of Brevifolia. But I do. Oh yeah, you're gonna see some Brevifolia later. Way later. On the mixed ones. But yeah, my Brevifolia, it's much bigger now. And it's blooming. So this is Dichotoma. Also another tree, like aloe. And you can see others in the distance. Of course, this is reference. This is not my house. I wish. This is another one, Excelsa. This only grows in like one trunk instead of having branches. Kind of like a yucca. Like the genre, the genus yucca. Which is like similar to palms, but not exactly palm. And this is also Excelsa. So they actually grow sometimes like this. Because that's the thing, even on the same species, you have very different behavior from time to time. Then there is Ferox, Aloe Ferox. This one's pretty cool. Like the most aloes, they only have, when they bloom, they only have like one branch that blooms, but this one has like one branch and then it divides into several other branches. You know these ones? Interesting. I never seen these ones. Juvena is the name of this one. This one seems very small, probably. I guess it's similar to Brevifolia. This one's called Longistilla. Super weird, like massive flowers compared to others. And then those flowers, yeah, those are flowers. And then we have Maculata. So this is reference, and this is mine. This is a Maculata I tried to grow long ago, and it ended up like really going ham. Hang on. So you see here, it was like barely hanging on, but then it started stabilizing. So it's on the ground, it's not on a pod. And then I actually make some space for it and put some sand just on top of it so it would absorb water better. And here you can look, it starts to have like little children, little copies of itself. And then it was too hard to like keep this sand setup. So we just got like some stuff around it. And yeah, so these ones are also fairly common with this structure, that they have like spots. Yeah. And here's bigger. I actually took so much pictures of this, so many pictures. Then another child. Here, even bigger. And another child. More childs. It started to spread. And I took that one to grow it on a pot. Even bigger. Keeps going. Just keeps going. And then flowers. So that's how it looks when it starts blooming. And then that's another like flower that is starting. More twisty as it grows, yeah. Close up of the flowers, they're still not open. Yeah, the other song is just so quiet. So these are like semi-open, I think. Not entirely open. It's like almost completely open. Like one of them is fully open, I guess. And there's another one incoming. And that's like fully open, I would say. Yeah, there you go. Here's more details. Yeah, I guess on second thought, these ones also do branches, so never mind what I said before. But I still think the Ferox one has like a very particular way of doing, like more square, you know? Whereas this is more like curve, I guess. And this is a lot, there's like a time jump here from this, you know, like one big one with some small children to this, which is much later. Probably like a year later, or probably more than that actually. So you see it spread a lot. And then more flowers. So this is today, actually. You can barely see it because there's a lot of other plants, but it's still there. There's a cardo close to it. But this is like today. It's all over the place. Just can barely see it, but because of other plants. But yeah, I think I took this picture like a week ago or so. That's another plant. That's a cardo. You can see how much of it there is. Then there is Pilansi, another tree-like one. And this one's so weird. Plicatilis. Weird name too. This one grows like this, like the leaves are like this. You see? Instead of a spiral, like the usual spiral form, this is not just on one like plane, and it goes like this. I've seen this before, but not in person. I see. Yeah, this is like probably super exotic. I don't think these are like outside of Africa, I would say. This is more of the same. You can see with the flowers. So it kind of has a like a small tree structure. Yeah, probably. And then Polyphylla. These spirals are amazing. Super interesting. It's probably like golden ratio stuff. And these are much smaller, like this probably at most. They used to grow like that? Yeah, apparently. The theme of the dark world, and then another kinda tree-like Ramosissima, it's called. And then this one, Rupestri, with a bird up there. And yeah, the flowers of these are like super clump. And also very like long. Seems to be fairly big too. Traski, Aloe Traski, massive. Look at him. He's so proud of the plant, as you should. And then below, this might be like, this kind of looks like arborescence to me. And then the other ones are Trusky. Then this Variegata, this one is more common. I actually had one of these one time, but it died. They usually grow in like triangle pattern, like one leaf, one here, and then another here, so like that, in triangle. Well, this one is reference. This one is not mine. I just never took a picture of the one I had. But yeah, that's it for Aloe. That's it for Aloe. Give me a second. Alright. I think I'll leave it here though. I'm starting to run out of voice. That is just the beginning. We can continue on another day with more plants. It doesn't have to be on one episode, of course. Like, just for reference, we have only seen genuses on the A. You know, this is like, this goes alphabetically. And like, we haven't even leave the A. And every genus has like several pictures, and it goes up to the T. Because I don't have any genus after T, like with Y or X or Z. But yeah, there's more stuff. Yeah, there's too much for me to like survive now with my voice. So I'll stop here. I just need to remember for the next episode to start from Austrocylindropuntia, which is the next genus. But yeah, we'll leave it here for now. Let's see who's streaming. Shut up, Pandora. Nono is streaming. Okay. I'm gonna send you to my boy Nono again. Yeah, have a good one, everyone. What raid message? Pain. That's the raid message. That's it. Good. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good one, and see you on another day.